Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Platinum, The Evil Within 2. Yep, we're finally doing The Evil Within 2, sequel to the first game that I did. I think it was last year. I started it around April or May, and now I'm moving on to The Evil Within 2. So yep, by Tango Gameworks. So Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, also, created this game. He made his own little studio, and then they made the Evil Within series. He's done 1 and now number 2. This game is quite different from the first game. It's very difficult to explain actually in terms of like what I feel about this game. But it's good. It's I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's a really hard game to explain, and it's not difficult to understand. It's just difficult to explain how I feel about it. Anyway, you guys will get to see that. So initializing profile, settings can be changed by the options at any time. I'm actually going to change things right here. So it says control scheme for players new to the series and for those experienced with standard third-person shooters. Default settings: sprint you can toggle with the L3 button. Cover you hold with the R1 button. And Arsenal, where's that? L1. So I don't like this setup. I actually like type B better. Basically, you hold L1 to sprint, you press circle to take cover, and that's a toggle, and then you press the R3 button to toggle your arsenal, which is basically your weapons and stuff like that. So I like this control scheme better, and we'll be using that for the game. Please justify it so that the mark in the center is barely visible. I always like it to be a little bit more visible than not. Let's go 24. This should be pretty good. Okay, so yeah, Bethesda.net at the top right there. It was published by Bethesda. So yeah. Oh, we got some update news. So it says you can now experience the game in first-person mode. Note, when enabled, first-person view will first become active midway through Chapter 1. The view will return to the default third-person view for certain events and cutscenes. The first-person mode has been added to the Options General menu, and the Sneak Mode Indicator option has been added to Options HUD Display Settings menu. Okay, so yeah, Bethesda... So we're going to go through this, and this is kind of something that is a little bit frustrating. So I'm not going to bother with first person mode. It's actually, I've never tried it, but there is a section in the game, maybe more than one, that you actually have to do in first person mode, and it's kind of jarring. The whole game is in third person mode, but then you can also play the whole game in first person mode, which is pretty crazy. So you'll see here infinite stamina mode, super strength mode, invincibility mode. So Bethesda have created this sort of in-game thing where it's called Bethesda.net, and you make an account and then you can get access to this. I don't know what you have to do, if you have to beat the game first to get access to this, but yeah, it's there if you want it. I don't particularly care for it, so that's fine. Center dot, I don't need the center dot. I know some people, I think when I've heard about VR and stuff, people need the dot to sort of figure out, get their center of balance basically. I don't need it. Hopefully none of you feel that way too, but yeah, I'm going to leave that on hide. Everything else can stay as is. Just want to double check this. Yeah, that's good. Sprint, hold, invert the y-axis. That's my kind of the way to play. You can change the film grain and chromatic aberration. Don't even know. Chromatic is to do with colors. Aberration, I'm not sure. I thought an aberration is like a monster or something. I don't know. Anyway, put all this on and wide. Oh right, the controller speaker. I'm gonna actually disable that, because that can be not only creepy, but then it just interferes with the sound, I feel like. So it's a neat feature though. Basically you the speaker and the controller activates when something on the screen happens. So yeah, that's pretty much there. Alright, so let's go ahead and start a new game. So there's a few ways you can do this. I'm going to choose to do so you'll see here casual, survival, nightmare, and you also get Akumu. And it says you must log into Bethesda.net in order to use this option. So you might be thinking, what the hell? I was thinking, what the hell? Yeah, so you have to do that to do a Kumu, but a Kumu is not one of the trophies. There is a trophy for beating the game on the hardest difficulty, which they call Classic Mode, which is unlocked when you complete the game for the first time, regardless of what difficulty you played on. So a Kumu mode is not required for this. I don't know why they hid it behind Bethesda.net, but that's Bethesda for you. Alright, so you can pick Nightmare, Survival, or Casual. Now here's the thing, if you pick Classic and beat the game on Classic, you get the trophy for completing all the other difficulties, which means there's no real reason to pick Survival or Nightmare for your first playthrough. You may as well just pick Casual. You have to get all the upgrades, you have to get Sebastian like fully upgraded with weapons and his abilities and stuff like that, so you may as well pick Casual. The resources that drop will be more plentiful than in the other difficulties, and yeah, and you'll be able to get it a lot easier when we go into New Game Plus to try and get the rest of that. So that's what I'm going to do. Casual difficulty for those who want to experience the story without a struggle. Items are abundant and you can take many more hits before you die. Alright, Casual, and then it just talks about aim assist. I don't need aim assist, so let's just disable that. And here we go. So I'm probably not going to be saying too much because the first sort of 20 minutes of the game is quite story filled. It says their home engulfed in flames, and I missed the rest, but it's like the kid, someone died and then the nanny died. So if you haven't seen the story of the first game, I recommend you go watch that. I think I did a pretty good job in the Evil Within 1. I think it was pretty great game. And the story continues from there. Alright, chapter 1.
No, this is not happening.
Okay, so we have Sebastian again, our main protagonist. We have to run towards the house. Now yeah, we get a little explosion. You can see the door is completely blocked by flames, so you have to get in through this side door. Actually reminds me a bit of the house in The Last of Us at the beginning.
Lily, I'm here! Where are you? Oh god, if she appears.
Alright, so if you walk forward, that will collapse. You've got to navigate his house, which you don't really know what his house looks like, but having done this a few times now I know what to do. Alright, let's kick open this door. Bang. Yeah, Sebastian's voice actor is also different as well, which is a bit of a shame because I actually quite liked his voice. What the hell? Quite liked his voice in the first game, but this isn't too bad. They're very similar voices actually, so yeah.
I'm here, Lily. I'm here.
Alright, he's talking about Lily, who is his daughter. And if you know the story of the first game, then yeah, you know what happened to her. Alright, now we get a cutscene.
Lily, where are you? I'm here. Dad's here.
You weren't here for me, Dad.
Lily! No!
You didn't save me!
Pretty grotesque there. Alright, so he was having a dream. Or a nightmare.
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of an empty bottle. Is that it?
And why are you here now, damn it?
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to. Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But he didn't have answers. You do. You're gonna tell me. about Mobius?
I'm here because of this.
Where did you get this?
Lily's still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you? Lily is alive, and she's with us. But she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Save her? What have you done to her? Get your hands off me!
I was hoping you'd come willingly, Sebastian. We don't have time for this bullshit. We need you. Lily needs you.
Alright, so there was a lot to unpack there, but basically, you know, Kidman from the first game,
You're awake.
Sebastian didn't know that Lily was alive, and now we need to find her.
Where are we?
You're in one of our facilities.
So this is the almighty Mobius, huh?
Be careful about what you say. You don't know how powerful they are.
Right. So powerful they have to kidnap a washed-up ex-cop to help them.
At least your terrible sense of humor is still intact.
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
Patience. All your answers are right here.
Patience. That's the hospital from the first game.
The Beacon Mental Hospital in Sleep was an unfortunate setback. But we used the knowledge gained to build a new and vastly improved STEM system.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
Imagine it. Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all. This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Okay, sorry about that, I had to make a little cut, let's continue.
Your daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch. An easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life. Something you thought you failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
Good luck, Sebastian. And please, try to cooperate with any team members you might find in there. I know you don't trust us, but they have the same goals as you do.
That's all right. I'm fine by myself.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Millie, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready? Be careful in there, Sebastian. We're counting on you. Stem entry in 3, 2, 1.
This scene's pretty cool, by the way. Is this from a movie? Like, I feel like I've seen that somewhere before. It's like falling out of the water, but from the top. You can move the camera here too. Didn't know that. Yeah, well, I reckon that was a really great like intro. I like the I like the design of what it feels like to enter STEM. I think they nailed that. They did that really well. All right, in the last few minutes here,
Is this...
just head forward.
Where am I?
Tells you about consuming stamina. All right, let's run towards the house. We can sprint infinitely for right now. It's just a intro portion.
I know it's hard to accept, Myra, but she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it.
This is basically like another soft recap as to what happened in the first game, which is pretty impressive considering because a lot of stuff happened in the first game.
Detective, we've got a call.
The music is so good. I love the music from the first game. Okay, now we got a phone call. And a little like walkie-talkie. Let's take it.
What the...
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman. What?
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You've made it in safely. How are you feeling?
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This construct is called your room. It's a safe zone that was formed from your own memories.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your self-conscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question. Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room. Do you see anything unfamiliar?
Okay, so the most unfamiliar thing here is that board with Mobius files. There's obviously this over here as well. Actually, let's examine this one first.
Lily drew this picture of me. It was burned up along with everything else in the house.
Okay, what else? Crimson University, Sebastian Castellanos. Got a bunch of
First commendation.
commendations.
Feels like another lifetime. I guess because it was.
Alright, cool. Alright, we'll explore. As soon as we investigate that, we'll enter chapter 2. So we'll leave it here and we'll continue next time. Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching episode 1 of Let's Platinum the Evil Within 2. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.